what would be the one thing, the app or gadget or like tool that you use that is like you have to have it?
For work?
Can't live without it. Or personal. It's up to you, really. Like
my period tracker is very important to me.
Okay, all right. Just
gotta have her hose too.
Wait, just 1 second.
Cheers.
Brittany?
Oh, I did a real
are you?
cheers.
I don't know if are you working or not? I can't remember. Oh, okay. Cheers. First off, I think we can do. I'll set a little context for what this even is
Okay.
and why I think it's. I don't know why we're doing it.
Yeah.
And then we'll go through and do some quick introductions, and then we'll kind of dive into kind of you a little bit and some of the things you're up to.
Yeah, totally.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
First off, we've got Jordy. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hey guys, Jordy, bartender here at Water Dog.
Jordy. And we've got Shane joining us.
Yeah, I'm Shane. I'm bar manager at Water Dog and also on the board of directors at Lynchburg Grows, which is how I came to know Shelley.
Yep.
And Shelley, first off, before you go into your introduction, your last name is super badass, so congratulations on that.
Thank you. I was born with it. Yeah, I got it when I was born.
Yeah, it's impressive. But
Yep.
do you want to give a brief introduction and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yep, so my name is Shelley Blades, and I am the executive director at Lynchburg Grows. I'm also the farm manager, which is so much fun, but a lot of work. Lynchburg Grows is a 7-acre farm located just behind Lynchburg City Stadium. We kind of have a dual mission. Part of our mission is to employ individuals with disabilities, and then the other leg of our mission is to provide access to healthy local foods to people that don't normally have access to it. So like 18% of our community lives in a food insecure home, meaning that they don't have access to nutritious foods. So we take the food to them and sell it to them at a super reduced price.
Wow, that's fantastic. Yeah. And Shane, as a part of the board, how do you and Shelley work together?
So I was on the board right before she joined, and she joined to be the farm manager, and quickly just the whole thing wears a lot of hats. I don't know whether you took them on so much as we kind of put them on you, or if it was a little bit of both. But when as a board member, a big part of what we do, who aren't also employees of Lynchburg Grows, is try to find ways to make Lynchburg Grows itself grow, which obviously is fundraising, awareness, and then planning events that get people in their pocketbooks out to Lynchburg Grows. So Shelley quickly went from farm manager to basically, for lack of a better word, running the place. And so when we were talking about the Tap Talk series and what it's all about as far as people in the community doing positive things, but also loving what they do and still working hard. It's still a job, but being really passionate about their job so that it mixes in with work and play, never really separate. The first person I thought of was her.
You did.
And actually a lot of people at Lynchburg Grows, but her specifically because of her hard work, her passion, but also her attitude and
sentimental moment.
Wow. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
So then how do you set off on your day to get those things done?
So I'm such an unorganized person. I feel like I'm the worst person to answer this. So for all the farm stuff, I really rely on our employees because right now the business side is more important, I think. And so I rely on, so we have 11 employees. 9 of which have some sort of mental or physical disability, and then 8 of those employees are part-time. So all 8 of those people have very strict deadlines. It's like by 10 o'clock this needs to be done, by 11:30 this needs to be done. So anything farm related goes to them, and then everything else is just get it done.
Yeah.
And if I can't do it, we have a very wonderful board president who I rely on pretty heavily, and he's very kind and generous with his time. So he helps me with that.
Shout out to that guy. What's his name?
Campaign, what's up?
Campaign.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome to have good help.
Yeah.
So
But before you say that,
okay.
I gotta say, all of our board is amazing. Shane has been volunteering, and we do rely heavily on volunteers to get farm stuff done. So don't want to exclude the rest of our board and their hard work.
Yeah.
Well, and also, just to throw another little, tidbit out there, I've on more than one occasion encouraged all of the employees here to, if anything, just come out to let's all meet up and have breakfast and just go see it. Because I think as far as volunteerism goes, I think almost everyone has something in them that they want to help do something good, but they don't know what. And if you just go to Lynchburg Grows for 30 minutes and just see the place, see the people there, and the energy there, and especially this time of year, everything is literally starting to grow.
Right.
It's taking off, and just being there, it's almost impossible to not want to be, especially when the arms are so open. It's please come help us. We will always have a need for your help. So I'd really like, for us to all do that as a team one day.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool for us to see that there is something like that in Lynchburg, and then it'd be great for us as Lynchburg Grows to have people, say Haley and her husband are we want to spend a day doing something for the community.
Right.
Go to Lynchburg Grows.
Right.
And we got plenty for you to do.
Can you just show up, or?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah?
So
We hesitated. She
where's
was
the
like,
camera?
yes.
Where should I talk? We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, Saturday 9 to 1.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
All right. Can you say it really good? We're open.
We
and
are
then-
open
Introduce yourself.
Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and Saturday 9 to 1.
So anytime in those hours.
Yes.
Come by, even if it's just maybe for an hour.
Oh,
could use the
an
help.
hour we could.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a lot done in an hour.
Yeah.
If you're a quick mover.
Well, I don't know what that was. What was that?
Throw your
You
shoulder.
don't know that?
Throw your shoulder into it, man.
Quick mover. Come on, man.
All right, we're headed that direction.
Yep,
That's fine.
That's where we're going.
All right, so you've got all these. You've got a great team around you. You got a lot of things you got to get done. Clearly, anybody who wants to join to help can come in. How do you, as you're ticking off the things you need to get done throughout your day, how do you manage those tasks, or how do you stay efficient and effective? Are you constantly on your phone? Is it just all pen and paper? Is it all in your head? How do you track your day?
So I have my to-do list, and then there's so much of it that's just in my brain. I'm not an app person.
Yeah.
I'm on my phone checking my email because I think it's important to stay on top of your email, but I also read somewhere that it's not that important to have an empty inbox.
Right.
So I'm very torn as to what's true, what's best.
I kind of feel like I even if I thought an empty inbox was worth it, I don't think I'm past the point of no return.
I was gonna say it'd take you a week.
I think
To
there's
clear your inbox.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm whatever. It's
Yeah.
gone. Yeah.
Yeah. So I prioritize. So if there's any person that I need to thank for anything that they've done on the farm, that is the first thing I do. Just because I think I really like writing thank you letters, but I also like just starting your day with
Right. Some gratitude.
some sort of gratitude is really nice and wonderful. And
That is wonderful.
why would you not want to do that? It's very easy. I mean, it's especially when you feel so passionately about something, to thank someone for
Right.
believing in that. That's very easy. but it also takes a lot of time because
Sure.
I like overthink it, and I'm like, oh my god, all the things.
Why did I put an Oxford comma?
Why wouldn't you put an Oxford comma is the question. Our donors are going to be like, she did not use the Oxford comma. I want my money back.
Very appreciative.
It's just ridiculous. So do you handwrite those notes, or
I would
depends?
prefer to handwrite all of our notes, but because of tax purposes, you have to have like a thing at the bottom that says we're a 501c3. You know.
You
Gotcha.
can handwrite that too.
Yeah, I should handwrite that, and then I would have no time to do anything else. It's like a paragraph. I do a lot of handwriting of letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have little postcards that we've made.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So before we dive into some other things, I'm curious though. I know you said you're not an app or gadget person, but what would be the one thing, the app or gadget or like tool that you use that is like you have to have it?
For
Can't
work?
live without it, or personal. It's up to you, really. Like,
Well, my period tracker is very important to me.
okay, all right. Just
Gotta have her hose too.
wait, just 1 second.
hose?
Just 1 second. Just a second. We'll cut for a second. I'm sorry.
My period tracker.
Shout out to periods.
So I guess you manage your books by periods. I get it.
Yes,
I
do.
get it.
And when I send my thank you letters out, it's all on my cycle. Yeah.
You're talking about your bookkeeping cycle. Great.
Yeah, the 4 periods throughout the year.
Yeah, throughout the
3-month periods.
Uh-huh.
4 months.
I'm not sure what Albuquerque is that where we are.
I'm not an app person. Spotify though is pretty much the only app I use.
Yeah.
And like Instagram.
Premium subscriber, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't, right?
I'm gonna shame you if you don't pay for music.
I'm pretty sure people who see this will shame me because they're not premium subscribers. We can still enjoy it. I get it. I know.
But with ads, and they don't get paid. Yeah.
Oh my God. Period tracker and Spotify.
Period
Got
tracker
it.
and Spotify. Those are the only 2 things
That
that I
is
need.
fantastic.
Got your period playlist.
Totally. Yeah. What would be on that?
I'm not even
A
going
lot,
to
I tell you what, a lot of
YouTube,
Tori Amos.
My Bloody
Tori-
Valentine.
Yes, My Bloody Valentine.
Oh, you're taking it.
Sunday,
Okay.
Bloody Sunday.
Sunday, Bloody Sunday. What's that Rihanna song about bleed?
Jason's over there going, what in the world?
No, so I love Spotify. I'll stop embarrassing you guys with my period tracker.
No, nobody is
No one
embarrassed.
said that?
Yeah.
No one is, I'm really hoping that app will give me money.
Yes.
So,
Heavy user. I don't.
what's up?
Is that a bad joke? Sorry.
There you go.
That was a great pun.
Thank
I
you.
know,
Yes,
man.
Thank you.
maybe the best.
Silent.
So Spotify.
Spotify. Fantastic.
And then Instagram. Yes.
Instagram, huge.
and
I
then-
see you guys' account.
Yes.
How important is Instagram to Lynchburg Grows?
So I think it's pretty important. There's lots of things that we do to raise awareness, events, fundraisers, that sort of thing. But I think just having a social media presence is super important.
And I've noticed you guys use Boomerang a lot.
Too much?
No, I didn't say
Okay.
too. Did I
Well,
yell that out? Because I just yelled that out.
Whoops.
It's like overemphasis.
Yeah.
Congrats.
No, I had a friend accuse me of using it too much.
Uh-huh.
But I love it. It's so much fun. You get to do this,
Uh,
and then you get to do it again.
I think it does. I think it does a good job of telling a story and then telling it backwards. Telling a story. It's
Yes.
Boomerang
it's,
effect.
It's. You're good.
so you had a friend who you and your friend were talking about Boomerang
Yes.
and Instagram, and he posted something.
But I appreciate you using she.
It's a silent G.
Wait, maybe we're. I interrupted you before you said what you were going to say, and I apologize.
Well, because there's lack of context, we'll move past that.
We're right back to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We're right back to it.
Okay, so Instagram's super important.
Yeah.
How do people follow you on Instagram?
The way you follow anyone.
Okay, how about this? What is your Instagram name? I'm sure it's obvious, but like, just
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's Lynchburg Grows.
Well, there's LG Veggie Van.
Oh yeah, so we have the Veggie Van.
okay. What's the Veggie Van?
So the Veggie Van is one of my most favorite programs that we have.
Yeah.
And it's this van that looks like an ice cream truck van, but it's not.
So it tricks kids into thinking.
Yes.
Got it.
And then we give them carrots instead.
Right. That is terrible. No, I'm kidding.
That would be a terrible idea. No, so the Veggie Van is basically just a vehicle that takes produce into the food deserts of Lynchburg, which are, right now, we go out 3 days a week to about 10 different stops it's not necessarily downtown, but it's, we go to Hutton Randolph, we go to Lynchburg High Apartments, which is on Park Avenue, we go to Johnson Health Center, so we are kind of all around that area. And we just sell produce out of the van, kind of like a mobile farmer's market.
Right, that's awesome.
At a super reduced rate.
So with all that work you do, all the kind of the tough day you go through, I'm imagining it's like, you have a lot on your plate. How do you recharge? What do you do to kind of recharge the batteries?
I go to sleep really early.
Yeah?
I drink a lot of alcohol.
What time do you go to bed?
It depends. I'm like not a good sleeper. Like I'll fall asleep at 8:30 and then wake up at 11:30 and then won't go back to sleep until 4:30 and then I'll go to sleep until 6:30 and then I get up.
Yeah. So, but you have a routine as you kind of go about your day. So you go to. I have to live my life by routine. We've interviewed John Sinar of Bikes Unlimited, and he's like, man, I go to bed at 2 or 4 and I get up at 6. And I'm like, what is happening here? So how do you go about that?
I'm pretty routine in my day. Like I get up, I do my morning thing, I go to work, I come home, I walk my dog, I come home, I eat dinner, I hang out with my husband, and then I fall asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
Depending on how...
With the taped shows of like Maury Povich and...
Yeah, totally.
Right.
Maury,
I knew that was probably, okay.
You know me.
So in the morning though, I know you got your list, you got your cheap coffee poured well.
Yes. Exactly.
Do you is exercise is exercise
It took me a minute to get that one.
is exercise a big part of your day, or do you get that because you're out on the farm and
exercise used to be very important to me, and now I'm just like
it's there in your mind and you're like
in my mind every day I'm like I'm gonna practice yoga. So it is important to me, but not important enough to make time for it at this point in my life. I'll do yoga twice a week, and then I walk my dog about 2 miles every afternoon, which is like...
That's okay.
But you'll find like unselfish reasons for exercise. It isn't like you're walking your dog. You're not doing it so you can get out and walk.
Right,
or like
right,
for 2 miles.
right.
Like you're doing it like,
I have to do this. It's going to be crazy.
I got 2 dogs, and so like if I don't run them, they go crazy.
Yeah.
So like I could run, like we played soccer earlier before this interview, and like they were out there running. To me, that was like getting the energy out of them.
Right.
But at the same time, I was just
mutually
like,
beneficial.
I don't feel like running anymore, so
Right.
that was my exercise for
Totally.
a couple days.
Totally,
So,
yeah.
I was just like, thanks, dogs.
That's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which there's a lot of that in the plant world, right?
There is.
Yeah.
Look
There's
at
a
that.
lot of that in the human world.
There's a lot of that in the world of
Oh,
plants.
look, meta. No.
And that's problem solving, isn't it? That's what we're here for.
Oh man, so exercise. It sounds like you actually exercise a lot, even though you don't give yourself credit for that, which is fine. I mean,
Which is fine.
yeah. So you got all this stuff going on, and just real quickly to kind of bring it back, more of a philosophical question. I've asked Ashley Kirchner this: are you a hunter or are you a gatherer? And it's a little bit interesting because you're at Lynchburg Grows. So, and this question wasn't intended just for you. So it's interesting.
I guess I would say both. I just automatically started thinking like my job,
Right.
I feel like I'm like constantly like hunting, seeking, how are people growing things.
So you're a voracious learner?
Oh yeah, I love learning. But then gathering, I have to gather everything. I'm thinking very literal, but I have to gather everything that we plant. And then, hunting, I have to seek out and hunt new donors, new funders, and then I have to gather all of that.
Right. You got all this stuff going on. What's one of your most favorite things to do here in the Burg?
Great question. It's really hard to answer because I do spend a lot of time working. My husband and I go out for drinks a lot, and I actually really love doing that. Yeah, we come here. I'm not just saying that. We actually come here a lot. The water dog is here. The water dog.
She was not paid or indoor.
We go to Vermont Pizza, Isabella's.
What other places or things you enjoy?
We like to go for hikes. I just started learning to fly fish, so I've been doing that.
Fly fishing?
Yeah.
Right on.
Do you know how to fly fish?
Yeah.
Maybe you can give me some lessons.
Dude, we're all gonna go now.
Do you guys want to
Say when and where. We'll make it happen.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I just got a new fly rod. I've been
Well, happy birthday.
Right?
What?
You just got a new fly rod. Sorry, continue.
So I'd been using my mom's. Well, you said happy birthday, and tomorrow is actually my birthday.
Really?
What?
So I was like really confused.
Shout out to March.
Hey, he does his research.
I know. That's why I was like, what?
No, it's just because you got a new thing.
Well, I got it for Christmas.
Okay.
It's newish.
I still would have said happy birthday.
I know you.
Tunage.
Tunage.
What's your go-to tunage?
I don't have a go-to.
I know you're on Spotify.
I'm on Spotify. I've been making a monthly playlist for like 4 years now. For the past like 3 or 4 months, I've really been into Ethiopian jazz music. So Mulatu Astake. I butchered that. Sorry, dude. He is wonderful and so good. It's like from the 70s. He's super legit. He's been like teaching at Harvard for a while. Really, really, really good. Been listening to that.
Have you come across Cedric Ian Brooks?
No, is he Ethiopian
jazz and funk?
Oh, okay.
He's from Ethiopia, but got his chops, so to say, in Brazil.
Oh, okay.
Then lived in Cuba for a while.
Oh,
and
so
returned
it's
to
like
Ethiopia.
a whole blend.
It's almost reggae and the pace of the music, but it's really horn heavy. And when you hear the horns, you definitely get the jazz.
Okay.
Check him out.
Yeah, I'll check him out.
What are you currently reading? In the same vein of music, what are you reading? Like it could be personal, for business, whatever. What's in there? Yeah.
So I have 3 books going right now. I'm reading How Trees Communicate, which is so interesting. Do you guys listen to podcasts at all? Radio Lab?
Yep.
So a few months ago, they had an episode about the fungi that grows underneath trees.
Speaking his language.
Yes.
He knows all about fungus.
Yeah, we talked about this the other night.
What was that? Tuesday night?
Yeah, Tuesday night. So
After I got annihilated in the ping pong tournament by Dave.
Right.
by the way.
I destroyed you.
He did.
So this book is all about how trees grow and communicate, and it's like blowing my mind. I took a walk in the woods by myself yesterday and just kind of like stood there and like listened to the trees like crack, and I like watched them bend in the like breeze, and I was like, this is amazing, because like trees.
Do you like Powder?
What is that?
The movie Powder?
Oh, with that like albino guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never.
Amazing. Sorry, I was just envisioning
No,
Powder.
I only remember that he was albino.
Yeah.
I will revisit that movie though.
Please do. Movie.
Yep.
What
Those
favorite,
are things.
Favorite movie.
Okay, favorite one.
You knew where I was going with that.
Don't be an asshole. I think I've seen Baby Mama more than I've seen any other movie. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ew.
You don't like either of them?
I like them. I don't.
That movie was so funny.
I agree.
You don't have to agree. I love disagreeing.
Last gift you've given someone.
The last gift
last,
I've given someone. How are we defining gift? Oh.
Not going there, Shane.
That's a good question. A physical
thing. Yeah, a physical.
Made
A letter
purchased
or
thing.
I would say something you probably purchased to give to someone.
my mom and dad just had a birthday, so I gave my mom a salt cellar and some flower seeds.
A what?
Salt cellar.
Oh,
And I bought my dad a book and gave him a baseball card.
what's the advice you've ever received? Define
I
advice.
kind of thought there was going to be a follow-up. Most recent gift you received.
You can ask that. You just asked that.
And
Just today, before I left
I
work,
was thinking maybe like a week or two ago. Something you received in a jar.
I did get some really dope chili, homemade chili that was very good. This guy.
Yeah.
What was in the chili, buddy?
I'm not sure because
She hasn't been the same since.
yeah. Yeah.
All right, so what projects might you have coming down the pike? Anything super interesting or like relevant or it's
Like
okay if
for
not, but-
Lynchburg Grows.
Yeah, or yeah.
Yeah, so we are really hoping to get funded for this program. It's a Veggie prescription program. So we would team up with Lynchburg Family Medicine. And they would identify 10 patients that were basically had chronic diseases related to obesity. They would write out this prescription for vegetables, and then those patients would bring the vegetable or the prescription to us, and then redeem it, and then we would give them vegetables, but they would have to sit through an educational class.
Yep.
And it would be 10 weeks, and they would get free produce and education on how to use the produce, and then we would check in with them too and do blood pressure, waist circumference,
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Are you feeling healthier because you're eating these vegetables? That sort of thing. So
Well, that's an interesting way to mix in wellness as a program, but through normal food, I suppose. My wife's sister's a pharmacist, and I'm just imagining you guys literally as pharmacists going, all right, well, the doctor says 2 carrots. You ate a carrot and a half.
right.
What's going on here?
This half carrot would have healed all of your problems.
Yeah.
You have to take the whole prescription all the way through. Yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 more questions.
Okay.
What's the best advice you've ever received?
This is a really tough one.
It could be from a movie.
It's probably from Baby Mama,
Right, of
actually.
course.
It's so hard to think because we're ever evolving people, right? So advice that I got 10 years ago might not be relevant to today, but a few weeks ago someone told me the only thing you can control is yourself, which was very helpful to me because I want to be in control of everything, not because I want to be in control of everything, but I just want it to be done the way it's supposed to be done.
Right.
And so you can't make sure that everything's done.
Yeah.
Is it because you feel very independent, like it's all on your side, or I gotta get it done? It's not it needs to be done right.
Mostly for work, it's okay, we are going this direction with who we are as an organization, with our branding, with the image that we want to give to the community, and And so I want everything we do to be in those parameters.
Right.
And so if I don't like have my hand on it, I feel like it's not, and that's absurd, and it's not fair to me. It's not fair to the people that work for Lynchburg Grows, that volunteer for Lynchburg Grows. So just being in control of yourself, I thought was really good advice, because sometimes you can just kind of spiral out of control and just be like, well, it has to be this way, and and it's like, okay, well, you have to.
Someone can do it the way that you want it to be done, but because you didn't want to do it, you're just like, I don't know, I would do it anyway.
Totally, yeah.
Trust and empowerment. If you can let go, which is tough, but if you can let go, can probably serve many people well.
Right.
Right. I get that.
Yeah.
Especially here, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were to find $10 million lottery ticket out the front door as you were leaving this interview, what would you do?
Peace out, Lynchburg Grows. Peace out, Lynchburg. I'm just kidding. God, I would take vacation. I would probably, my mom's always wanted to live at the beach. I would probably buy her a beach house.
Sure.
I would probably help out Lynchburg Grows. Gotta say it. No, but I would. I mean,
that's it. Yeah, it's a part of who you are now. So
yeah, I mean, right now, immediately in my life, there are like 5 things that I really want, and I would probably buy those. And they're like not even like expensive things, but it's like I really want a slack line, so I would go and buy that. And I really want a new hammock, so I'd go and buy that. And there's these Patagonia shorts that I've really been like digging.
Patagonia has been coming up left and right in this thing.
Oh, well, it's these shorts I just really want for fly fishing. Yeah. Because I know they'll like dry really quickly. So I want those for when I'm on my period. Got to get a dark color.
Why? Are we really knuckling and booming?
I would probably buy myself those things. Maybe some fly fishing lessons.
Right.
A kayak. I'd be really selfish at first, to be honest.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that makes sense, and super cool. The outdoors are a part of it. You kind of live in a good area for that, I think.
It's all right.
It's all right. All right. Anyone else? Who would you like to see? If you do this again, who would you like to see interviewed?
Great question. So the first...
Kim would obviously be a good one.
I mean, we all love Kim Payne. He would be great. He's a retired city manager. He's wonderful and super involved.
Shout out Kim.
Shout out Kim. My boy. I think all the women at Miriam's house are really great. So Sarah Corintoto, Kristen Nolan, Amber Tier, they all work super hard to, end homelessness in our community. They're very smart and funny, and I love being around them. It's like the shine theory, I don't shine if you don't shine. And my transition into being a director, I've relied a lot on Sarah, because she's an amazing executive director, and she's just like, you need to do this and this and this. And so she's been super helpful. And not in a competitive way, like, your organization is going to be better than mine, which like happens a lot with like women, which sucks. Ladies, don't do that to each other. It sucks. But she's been really great, and she would be great to interview. My friend Thomas Brennan, who is a designer at Moore & Giles, he's really cool, super creative, has a lot of great ideas. He's from Lynchburg, loves Lynchburg. He's great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of like to end these with, I don't know, as cheesy as it is, a high five. Super
Love it.
Cool.
Can we do it all?
Last time we did it, it was all in the center.
Hey,
oh.
Look at this.
We can make a circle of high fives. All right, ready? Oh.
Jordy,
Did you not like that? You were not satisfied.
No, I
with
loved
that.
it.
You were not
I love it so
satisfied.
much, but I don't know how to smile.
You don't?
It's easy.
Awesome. Thank
Great.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
behind
I'm
the
so
board.
privileged. Thank you.
All right, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
We didn't need that.
You didn't need that?
No,
You're gonna put it on there.
I'm not sure we need that.